Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I deeply appreciate you all. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 9,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. Today we're asking, what do you need to know right now? We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Take a moment, figure out which one is right for you. And if you do want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. So my gorgeous pile number 1. All right, pile number 1, my gorgeous angels. What do you need to know right now? What does pile number 1 need to know right now? What does pile number 1 need to know right now? 8 of Cups. What does pile 1 need to know right now? 10 of Pentacles. What does pile 1 need to know right now? 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. We have the 6, 7, and 8 of Cups. You need to know what's important. We also have the 10 of Pentacles, because with the 7 of Cups, there's a lot of options on the table, but not every option is an ideal option. With the 8 of Cups, there's a need to possibly walk away from something that is unfulfilling in your life, is not filling your cups. Any kind of non-reciprocating relationship, that's something that you may have to walk away from because it's just not filling your cups. However, we have 6 of Cups, which is love. And we have the 10 of Cups, sorry, not the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, which is, it can be family for some of you. For others of you, it's maybe a family that you will personally grow, like a legacy, abundance. So let's talk about, just know that there is abundance here for you. Now we've got 6 of Cups, which is love. It is nostalgia, Fool. There's possibly a need for you to start over regarding something. Leave some kind of baggage behind. Clarity on the 7 of Cups. The Sword. Yeah. You need to be discerning. Not every option on the table for you is your best option. Clarity on the 10 of Pentacles. King of Wands. Now this could be somebody in your life, or it could be you needing to be in the driver's seat of your own life, moving towards your ultimate abundance. Clarity on the 8 of Cups. Justice. In order for you to receive justice, you may have to walk away from something that isn't fulfilling you. It doesn't mean that you won't receive justice, but you may need to walk away from whatever that is so that you can receive what would be balanced and just for you. So I'm getting like, be firm but fair. Definitely passionately pursue your abundance. And know that, I don't know if you're having nostalgia for something and you just need to continue to move forward, or if, you know, like that moving forward is what's going to bring you possibly in reunion, but bring you to people who reciprocate emotionally. What do you need to know right now? You need to keep an eye on what you want in the long term. There's a need to deal with your fears. Yeah. There may be, just because you don't know everything that's in front of you, doesn't mean that you shouldn't take steps. Think about what you do want in the future. Because things are going to accelerate. And for you, this is a balanced card. Justice is a balanced card. 6 of. There is something about having things balance out for you. So you may have to look at your own anxieties and fears, but know that there's some kind of message here regarding where you're planting your seeds, hoping them to grow, that they will grow. So make sure that you're planting in fertile ground in which you can, in which you can get the result you want, whether it is financial, whether it is, it could be anything. It could even be health, like making sure that you're taking care of yourself. We have the bear. There may be some unknowns in your life. You certainly seem to be holding some kind of burdens. But know that you are truly strong. 6 of Pentacles. We've got the Child and the Page of Swords. I don't know if something will be fair for a child, but I feel like for some of you, your own inner child receiving something that's balanced. Something where you receive generosity, as much generosity as you give. Clarity on the 3 of Wands. Sun, Ace of Pentacles. There is a new, steady, stable beginning that could be built up to the 10 of Pentacles. Could be built up to something that's a legacy that'll last the test of time. If it's a romance, it could be something that could be built into like a marriage. If it is financial, it's something that you have a real, true abundance with. And there is a blessing here with the Sun. There is, like, even if you don't know everything now, you will know. So I feel like there's a need to, yeah, this makes sense. There's a need to like move forward with passion, but there's a lack of clarity. And I feel like that lack of clarity, you may be letting a lack of clarity hold you back. But the truth is, you deserve equally balanced loving relationships and friendships. You deserve equally balanced, your needs being balanced. You just deserve justice. And sometimes that means walking away from situations that aren't giving you justice. So just know that you're with the birds, those are messengers. So know that you may be receiving signs to try to clear your head from all the fears that you're dealing with, but there's a lot of uncertainty, and all this uncertainty is kind of coming up as fears. So just know, like, even if you can't see it yet, there are blessings ahead of you. There's an ability for happiness. There's all these things. So don't be afraid to walk away from what isn't working so you can get to what is. It's not that you shouldn't try to make relationships or things work in your life, but if they are really not feeding you back, if they are really not balancing with you, give yourself the ability to find something that will be just to you. Limitless. You're limitless. The limits that you think you have are not accurate. Oba, domesticity. Color, express your true feelings. Meraki, do something with soul, creativity, or love to leave a piece of yourself in what you are doing. So there's a lot of artistic cards here, like leaving a piece of yourself in what you're doing, whether it be domestic, whether it be artistic expression, whether it just be opening up the possibilities for yourself. There's a reason why this profound ability to create abundance is here. What does pile 1 need to know right now? We've got the Phoenix. And the number 3 is stuck in there. So Phoenix is about being reborn. Coming out of loss, bigger, better, brighter, stronger, which understandably is not easy, but just know that whatever you're going to have to leave behind because it's not serving you, you're only going to arise stronger. We've got 3, which is infinite possibility. We've got the letter F and the letter D. It's not very clear, but appreciation. I feel like whatever you can do to be in appreciation, be in a state of joy, that is going to help you. This does not mean that you should not express any other emotions. In fact, you should be expressing emotions. We've got sports and we've got a little boat. So there's an ability for you to move yourself forward emotionally. And with sports, again, there is something about leaving your creativity, leaving a little bit of your soul in what you do. And we've got the 10 of Cups and the dog about it, which is ultimate fidelity and loyalty. So make sure, like, I don't know if you're loyal to a sport, but also, like, your happiness may be linked in, like, taking care of your body. So, and with domesticity, I mean, there may be a need for you to, like, make sure that you're taking care of your surroundings, maybe taking care of what you eat. But I feel like everything ultimately is coming down to some form of expression and expression of your soul and not limiting yourself. So I think it's really exciting. I know that, you know, it may be hard to walk away from things, even if they aren't fulfilling you at this moment in time. But it's scary. But you're bringing on so much goodness to yourself, so much balance to yourself. And I feel like that's why all those balance cards are there. It's like it's like there's a need to like balance your finances. There's a need to balance your happiness and joy and make sure you're in balanced relationships. But it's all moving towards like abundance and I think health. Because I think that there's a health angle here. So just know that you're bringing so many blessings to you. So many things that are going to bring you abundance. And that you should communicate and express your emotions. It's not going to necessarily be for everybody, but you being authentic and real to self is going to put you in alignment for the people who are in alignment with you. So I hope that this helps. I deeply appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 9,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment. And you're in the running for that. And if you want to book with me, my email is in the description right below the timestamps. Thank you so much. And it's time for pile number 2. What do you need to know right now, pile number 2? Allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. So what's needed can come next. There may be a need for you to radically accept what is happening in your life right now. Not saying that this is what you want to happen, not concreting it as your future, but being in a grasp with what is happening so that you are in your power. So you know where you are and you know where you want to be. And you can push your energy towards where you want to be, but like allowing yourself to be here and now and in what is happening. Flower, pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. So pluck the weeds. There may be a need to release things that aren't serving you, and there's a need to propagate what does. Just like this card, like there's a need to see what doesn't serve you, be willing to pull that away. What does pile 2 need to know right now? Inner strength with aim. So, inner strength. I feel like all of this is like flow. Like there's a need for you to be in your own personal strength. You both allowing good things to happen and accepting when things aren't the way you want it to be, at least for now, so that you can tend to your garden. What do you need to know right now? Pile number 2. Don't let social media confuse you. You are just where you need to be. Social media, even if people aren't lying, you're only getting a very small percentage of who somebody is, about what their existence is. Like you're getting a snapshot, not an entire reality. So I feel like don't compare. Sacred journey. Yeah, you're on a sacred journey right now. Things are changing, you're growing, and some of the things that are along the way that maybe aren't working for you, like they're pushing you in a direction towards more growth. Pile number 2, what do you need to know right now? Ooh, 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups, and the Tower. Yeah. Some of you might have experienced things falling apart. Some of you, like, maybe having to walk away from something that isn't fulfilling. Either having to, identify when people aren't that honest, or maybe needing to be honest with yourself so you don't just take and not leave behind what you should be leaving behind. So we've got a lot of energy, a lot of action. We've got like an ability to move forward, and some of you may be moving forward from somebody, some situation that maybe has, taken from you in some way, What do you need to know right now? Four of Cups. It's important to be discerning. And it's also easy to get so focused on what you're not enjoying happening right now that you don't see a golden opportunity. So try to not close yourself off to a gift from the universe because you are unhappy with other things happening right now. What do you need to know right now, pile number 2? Okay. We've got, a sense of lack, a sense of... And we have Wheel of Fortune. Just know that the Wheel of Fortune can spin in your favor. You can move away from the difficulties that you are or have been experiencing. But again, you may have to look at your own cycles and ask, am I creating issues so that I don't have to face things? Or you may have to allow yourself to walk away from people who create troubles so they don't need to face things. Or, So it's important to look at your own motivations and also take into account other people's motivations. 7 of Swords, 4 of Cups, both have come up twice. I mean, there may have been a sense of rejection. Like, just don't... It's not fun dealing with tower moments, and it's not fun dealing with, people who are destructive, or even being destructive ourselves. But in order for things to move in your favor, there is a need to, again, release what's not working and look at the gifts that you are that you are receiving. So there is a choice in how you move forward. Anything that we can tell the gorgeous and talented pile 2 about this choice going forward? Queen of Swords. Having very clear boundaries, being very honest. Coming from an intellectual space. 3 of Wands comes out again. Really focusing on, what do you want your future to look like? Maybe this is what is right now, but this is not where you have to be. So what do you want? Because there is a big burden being held right now. Something that can be released to make things a lot easier, but there's also fear. There's also confusion. So we have a home and the King of Cups. And I mean, there may be some fear that's related to loss, related to lack. But there's a home. So either this is an actual home. Some of you might be moving. Some of you may be building a home with somebody else. Somebody who is emotionally open with you. But again, there's a need to deal with lack, the fear of lack, enough that you're just not so focused on what you've lost that you can't allow yourself to receive better. We've got the Key and the Eight of Pentacles. There's something that needs to be dropped because it's just a heavy burden. And with the Eight of Pentacles, that is about putting real energy, effort, and practical work into something. And that being key. Clarity on the Three of Wands. Healing. Seven of Cups. So, you're just being asked to have a very clear view of what you want in the future, because that is leading to healing. That is leading to abundance for you. But make sure that you're at least focusing on what you want. We've got the Queen of Swords, using your head, setting boundaries. And again, the Queen of Swords is actually on this card. And it's about appreciation. This is not to say that everybody shows appreciation in the same way. We do not. But having a boundary in dealing with people who appreciate you, people who treat you with respect, that's an important thing. So there is a need to tend to your garden. There are some things that you need to release, and there are some things that may have been kind of taken away with that Tower. But there is like a turn of fate for you. There is a new established home. There is healing. There is a key in the work that you put in, and there's a need for appreciation. And maybe you just, if you're the Queen of Swords and maybe you haven't done everything right, maybe one of the things that you need to do is make sure that you communicate that you appreciate people. Because we may assume people know, but they don't necessarily. But don't let, you're on a journey. Don't let anybody tell you that you should be in a different place than where you actually are. But yeah, there's a need to refocus so that you don't get confused, so that you don't look away from opportunities that would be great for you. So I hope this helps you. I deeply appreciate you. If you do want to book a reading with me, just make sure you email me my timestamp beneath the timestamps in the description. We have pile number 3. Oh, and if you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 9,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. So my gorgeous and talented pile number 3s. What do you need to know right now, pile number 3? Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. There may be something that you need to release. Maybe there's something that you need to let the universe deal with. Chase, face, and embrace the person in the mirror. Some of you may have to let go of chasing something. What do you need to know right now, pile number 3? Cosmic connection. This is an alignment within self that aligns us with the universe, that aligns us with people who are on that same wavelength. Ein, inner strength. So, rather than chasing, I think that right now it's important to embrace the person in the mirror and make sure that you're choosing control of self. You're choosing brave, to be brave. You're choosing to overcome and face things. Knowing that you are worthy. Pile number 3. What do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now? Grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Again, there may be a need to let go, and there may be a need to process emotions. Some of those emotions may not be the most fun emotions, but you are strong, and you are aligning yourself with something that is towards your greater good. What do you need to know right now? The Magician. You have all the tools necessary. You have power over your existence. You have the ability to create. We have Tower, which is some situations that weren't for you, that weren't steady or stable, they fell apart. And it's true, maybe you do need to grieve those things. Seven of Pentacles. There is a need to look at where you're investing, at what you're growing. What do you need to know right now, pile number 3? You need to make a choice to move forward. Yeah. Look, you may have had things lost, but you're at a place of new beginning. You're at a place of fresh starts. You're at a place where you can control where your life goes next. Which means you're at a place where no matter how painful this Tower moment is, you can be building up long-term, steady, stable happiness, happy relationships, family. Connecting with reciprocating and loving energies that are in alignment with your spirit. Having reunions and good times, and like, there is just, I feel like there is a significant blessing in love. 6 of Cups, the Lovers, the 10 of Cups. There's a need to take a risk. There's a need to manifest what you want, and it may not be a specific person, but it will be the person that will bring you love and friendship and something that's steady, stable, that can last in a real significant way. What do you need to know right now? Three of Cups, Empress, Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords came out at the same time. Now, this can be celebration, joy, a good time, but it's also a need to know what's important. We have healing here, and we have a brand new beginning in truth, honesty, clarity. We have the Empress here, and I feel like, again, the Empress is also a master manifester. She's got everything going on. There is a chance that if there was some kind of third-party situation, there is somebody that is more standoffish, has much more intense boundaries. But there's healing here. Clarity on the Three of Cups, because Three of Cups can be having a good time. Can be, okay, we've got burden and the bear. So with the and we also have the Three of Cups on top of, like, don't focus so much on frivolous things so you don't have to face your grief. Because there is something that you need to release here. You are strong enough to do it. But, you know, we're all human beings. Maybe we don't want to face things, so we may distract ourselves. But I think that there's just a need to feel the feelings you're going to feel and allow yourself to release what is just a heavy load you're lifting. Clarity on the Queen of Swords. We have the Star and the Six of Cups. We've got healing. So there's been somebody, and you know, they may be harsher because they've been hurt, but there's healing. There's a chance for friendship. There's a chance for goodness. And for some of you, you're the person that's been hurt and maybe not quite as approachable as you might have been in the past. But you are moving towards loving, reciprocating relationships and blessings and wish fulfillment. Clarity on the Empress, the Moon, and the Eight of Cups. But I feel like there's a, you know, grief, letting go, Eight of Cups, which is walking away from what is not fulfilling. It could be that now there is a lot of confusion because of a need to walk away, because whatever you were faced with wasn't filling your cups. So just know that there is reciprocation, there is good things. But I feel like there's a need for clarity. There's a need to know what you want. And there's a need to, like, go forward, be honest in what you need. We've got the Nine of Wands. And we have the Broom. I just feel like there is an energy of being tired of fighting, but it's not that you should necessarily give up, but maybe there are things that you should let go of, things that aren't serving you anymore, Maybe things that you have to face so that, so that you can heal. We've got the broom, which is sweeping away what doesn't serve anymore. And the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, that is optimism. Like somebody who's very optimistic. So let's get you some charms. Charms for pile number 3. So we have passion, we have clarity, we have value, we have wish fulfillment. So wish fulfillment. Again, that star coming up again. Like wish fulfillment is on the table for you. Like you did have something fall apart that was not steady and stable enough. But like you also have a new beginning towards love, towards happiness, towards real joy. So I feel like there's a need to like grieve and move forward. So, and maybe deal with some things that might be emotionally going on under the surface. Again, there's clarity here. I feel like you're getting an opportunity for some real clarity. And we have the red stone, which is about passion, and we have the clear stone. So there's a lot, it may not feel like it, but there's a lot of value happening for you right now. We've got the letters I and L, and we have pretending to be okay. So, know that if you grieve one situation, you're not ruining your manifestations. You just don't want to get stuck there, which is one of the things that we do when we don't grieve. So, allow yourself to grieve and release. Know that you have the power to make your long term something you want. I hope this helped you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 9,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment, and you are in the running for that. And if you want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. Thank you for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing. It all matters. I deeply appreciate it. So, pile number 4. What do you need to know right now, pile number 4? The star. Healing, hope, wish fulfillment. Magician. You have all the tools necessary to create the existence that you want to have. Tower. There are things in your life that have fallen apart, that were too unstable to stand. And the Knight of Swords. Keep moving forward. Clarity on the Tower, the broom. As much as you may not have wanted to let go of what fell apart, it was being swept out of your way. Clarity on the Knight of the Swords. 9 of Pentacles and the Coffin. Something's ended, and there is a need for you to choose your self-worth, and be strong within yourself. Maybe a need for independence. Clarity on the Magician. Fox. The fox is smart. Sometimes the fox tries to outsmart things. Sometimes the fox is sneaky. We have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is being tired of fighting. or being just injured in fighting, being like, why is the fox there? I don't know if, I feel like maybe there's a need for you to have some cunning, but also you might just be tired of dealing with people who have, who are being sneaky and going out for themselves. So we got snake. We have, like there may be some kind of, maybe this tower showed you some kind of hidden enemy sometimes. Again, there is a rebirth within the snake card because snake sheds their skin. And we have the Queen of Wands, which is like passion, fire. But yeah, something... I almost feel like sneaky and dangerous people are being swept away from you. And that there is a real ending there, but it doesn't mean like this is leading to wish fulfillment. This is leading towards a greater good thing for you. What do you need to know right now? Page of Cups. Now, Page of Cups could be communicating about your feelings. It could be emotional immaturity. It could be just like starting a new emotional journey. And maybe starting on a new emotional journey with the knowledge that you can create what you want here. You have the power to make your life what you want it to be. There is a need to focus on your personal happiness. Because again, this is a wish fulfillment card. This is a wish fulfillment card. But making sure that you do what actually makes you happy, filling your own cups, is bringing you towards wish fulfillment. We have the Five of Wands. So there may still be some kind of strife. There may still be people who are not on the same page with you. You may still be conflicted regarding the Tower moment that you've received. But with the Queen of Swords, there's a need to have strong boundaries. Use your head. What does pile number 4 need to know right now? The Wheel of Fortune is moving in your favor. And you may have to walk away from emotionally unfulfilling things. Maybe even people who aren't really for you will walk away from you. With the Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, you might have been in some kind of third-party situation. If so, there was just somebody with bad intentions there. We have the Queen of Cups. For others of you, if this is not a third-party situation, you may have, like, with the Five of Swords, be aware if you've done anything to sabotage yourself, but also realize that there are some times when you're looking at a no-win situation that somebody else has created. Where that person's not going to win, nobody's going to win. But, you know, they'll die on that particular hill. And we have the Three of Cups. Again, for some of you, there is some kind of third party person. But for others of you, I feel like maybe there's a need to find joy. But I feel like I feel like there's a need to maybe focus on what is important. Because you may have had Tower moments, but maybe it cleared out the people who weren't quite as helpful for you, healthy for you. People, situations, whatever. What do you need to know right now? Again, you're moving towards happiness. You're moving towards wish fulfillment. But focus on yourself at this point in time. Focusing on making sure that your reality, like you've got your physical stuff with that Nine of Pentacles together, that may focus on making sure that you emotionally get yourself together, because there are gifts that will be offered to you, and you will need to be able to look away from the things that you don't like in order to see them. That being said, you're moving towards, again, healing. You're moving towards emotional balance. You're moving towards more peaceful relationships and a new emotional beginning. And like overflowing love from somebody who loves you back. But yeah, you're going to have to be able to discern the Ace of Cups from the Three of Cups. The person that may be around just for a good time, and the person that is really offering you everything. But you're looking at an emotional new beginning. And you're looking at love and peace and healing. But also think about, like, what do you want, and realize that you're in a position to make that happen. You're very, very capable of making that happen. So with the chef's hat and tools, I feel like there's a need to nourish yourself. Maybe literally nourishing your body. Also with that Nine of Cups, like nourishing your soul. Making sure that you're doing what's healthy for you. We've got the sad face. And we have a happy face. So maybe you might feel your emotions going up and down. There is going to be an ability for you to have that be a lot more balanced. For others of you, it's like you're going to be able to transition from the sadness into actual joy. We have the cat, and the cat, I mean, there may be a need to be discerning about who you give your affection to. And there's also like an ability for pleasure and joy for you. We've got have. What about have? Clarity, temperance. So anything you can do to have emotional balance right now. Again, the second time temperance has come up. It's going to be so healing, so balancing for you. Like, try to avoid the high highs and the low lows. Be in a place where, you know, you're emotionally balanced and you're allowing in other emotionally balanced people. Any more advice for the gorgeous and talented pile number 4? Thank God, goodness you're weird, right? Embrace the weirdo that you are. You don't have to be lost to wander. Look, just because you may have taken a route that wasn't a straight direction doesn't mean you're lost. Anything else for pile number 4? Ma'at, justice. As much as you're supposed to focus on emotional balance and healing right now, your own physical stability, your own emotional happiness, like the scales are trying to balance for you. And it doesn't mean that you haven't experienced loss, and it doesn't mean that you haven't experienced hurt. It doesn't mean that you haven't had people come in and just be unreasonable. But you're bringing good things to you. Any more advice for pile number 4? Balance. So this is a balance card. Balance, balance. Be fearless. Don't allow your fears to contain you, restrain you. Just focus on your own happiness, your own stability, your own emotional balance, and dealing with emotionally balanced people who, give what you give back. Now, not everybody shows appreciation in the same way. Not everybody gives the way that we want to receive. But there are people who, there's a difference between people who maybe have different love languages. So, and people who take but don't give. And those are different situations. So, know that you're going through some kind of powerful healing so that you can have justice and balance, and that while you have experienced, some difficult things, like, don't let fear be in charge of you. Yeah, don't let fear be in charge of you. Because, yeah, you've experienced loss. Yeah, you've had people, you've had, people who are, trying to get one over on you, people who are dangerous to you, all of those things, not good things, but that's not going to keep you from having your personal balance. It's not going to keep you from having your joy, and it's not going to keep you from creating whatever happened in the past. It's not going to keep you from creating the future that you want. So I hope this helped you. I deeply appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 9,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment and you are in the running for that. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you.